The Champion of Children Award recognizes an individual who has dedicated their career to supporting and advocating for children who are victims of abuse and neglect. This professional has consistently demonstrated excellence in providing care for children and families and has been an inspiration to colleagues in the community. I'm proud to present this year's Champion of Children Award to Mollie Delano. So, Mollie, come up. I'll just share a few comments from her nomination. In her nomination, the word used to describe Mollie was unyielding. Mollie has spent over a decade working in child welfare, and in that time has been a force of consistency, compassion, and advocacy for children and families. With a bachelor's and master's in criminal justice and experience as a CPS investigator, ongoing worker, and now in foster care and juvenile justice, Mollie is known for showing up for those that she serves. She exceeds expectations and finds ways to make things better. Many professionals express that when Mollie is assigned to a case, they breathe easier knowing the child is in capable caring hands. Time and again, Mollie shows what it means to believe kids when the world doesn't and bring hope when they feel hopeless. Congratulations, Mollie.
I didn't think I would be as nervous as I am. So when I was told I could give a speech for this award, and then I was asked if I would, I of course said, when do I not have something to say? I want to thank my supervisor, Chris, who's here with me today, for nominating me for this award and for always championing my crazy ideas and for showing up for our families. And also for giving me a minor heart attack when I got a text from him saying, did you see the calendar invite from central office and a detective from Ingham County? When they were going to tell me about this award, and I thought, I'm getting fired, for sure. That never happens. I want to thank my parents and my family for always showing up unconditionally and being my unwavering champions, for showing up on days like today, and most importantly, for showing up when I wasn't, let's say, doing my personal best. I didn't truly understand that I was a product of the system until I started this job. It's not a metaphor. Growing up, my siblings and I knew that my dad was adopted, and what that all entailed was something that was just never on our radar. When I started this job, I learned without CPS and the foster care system, I literally wouldn't be here. Since starting in child welfare, I've continued to learn every day from people who didn't even know they were teaching me. All the kids and families I've worked with have shaped the way that I see the work that we do. They've also shaped the way that I view the world as a whole. And honestly, I never thought that I would bond with half of these kids, or even relate to half of them that I have worked with. However, my parents and my family have taught me how to show up, and my foster kids, my juvenile justice kids, have taught me how much it truly mattered. There is an impressive body of research on resilience in at-risk youth and the role of supportive adults. A lot of people that know me know that I preach the supportive adult, one supportive adult. Across the board and without regard to location, time, and context, the common element in all the stories of the youth who have beat the odds is that there was a presence of at least one adult in addition to their parents, or in my kids' circumstances, without their parents, who provided guidance and support throughout their life. I have seen this firsthand, the difference that it can make in being a supportive adult in a child's life. I want to thank Jake, who is here with me today, for allowing me into his life at the age of 12. He was my first permanent ward through foster care. He let me in there as yet another worker he had to deal with after being in the system since he was basically born. Jake and I, we learned together how to think outside the box because we literally had no choice. With the lack of resources and options we faced daily in the system, there were months, years, even where the only thing I could do was show up to whatever placement Jake was in throughout the state of Michigan. And there were many over the 6.5 years that I had him, with half the time it was just a little Caesar's pizza and an aux cord for us to listen to music. Now he's almost 20 years old. I can't tell you the number of times I've asked him, hey, what did I do that made a difference? And his response has always been, you just showed up. So I've tried my best to just show up in any way I can for these kids and these families, because in our world, when there's so much out of our control, it does not take a grand gesture. It really can be as simple as just consistently showing up. And with that being said, I'll end it with one of my favorite quotes. It's by Josh Shipp, that every kid is one caring adult away from being a success story. Thank you.